$3 for toilet paper? We can't even afford to shit. This economy is so bad.
Everybody just have a good time.
You see, these tariffs that Trump enacted, these tariffs, they're not going to be a tax on the American people. You see, those people, my people, they've already paid that tax. And it's the cruelest tax of all, and it's called inflation. See, this time, with these tariffs, you want to call them a tax? Fine, call them a tax. You know who's going to eat this tax? You know who's going to eat this bullshit? The corporations are. They're going to eat it because the consumer won't, because the consumer can't. You try raising prices right now. You won't sell a damn thing.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching my videos from. Welcome back to my YouTube space. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm still outside of my county, so that's why I'm shooting videos inside here. And I'm sorry if this is inconvenience to you, but I hope the message will be home or the message is home. The video I'm going to present today or to talk about today is about the white Americans right now. They are regretting big time with the current economic situation. White Americans are regretting and they're crying and they are calling out. They are out here making videos. Some of them are crying. Some of them are like, okay, we never believed that this will be happening, even to white people. But again, let me tell you, all of these things, black people have passed through and they know what is happening. So I want to play you videos that I've come across of white people complaining. I want you to watch these clips, and then after watching these clips, I will come back with my commentary as I do always, because I just want to break down everything that's going on. Okay, let's watch this one.
Trump is trashing America, outright trashing tons of aspects that make America America. So you may have seen that in the first quarter of this year, it's just been announced that the American economy shrank. It contracted 0.3%. The European economies are growing. And Trump said, no, this has got nothing to do with tariffs. But of course it does. And of course it has to do with the shrinking confidence that not only Americans have in their own economy, but the world has in the American economy. But that is just the economy. The economy is a symptom of what is happening at a deeper level that is going to keep hurting America on and on and on. So firstly, of course, there's the tariffs. Then there's, as a consequence of the tariffs and related to it, making threats to allies so that tourism has absolutely bottomed for America. They're not coming in from Canada. They're not coming in from Mexico. They're not coming in from Western Europe. These people are not coming to spend their money in America. And these countries are also pissed off. They're not buying Teslas. They're not buying American products. Then you're also deporting tons of people and rounding up, causing them to be fearful, right? So that takes away a whole chunk of workforce, a whole population paranoid about that as well. So again, for any immigration that you want, people from right around the world are fearful of coming to the States. Complete brain drain from universities because you're attacking those institutions as well. And then Doge coming and knocking out all of these federal workers means that ecosystems that the government used to support are now collapsing. And those ecosystems oftentimes support other people's work and other industries and other people's well-being that are all going to fall through. So you can see so many parts of America being smashed up at the same time, and the interactions of them are incredibly difficult to predict. But lots of people's lives are going to be fundamentally hit hard by all of this deliberate damage. Now, a couple of nights ago, I was doing live stream on TikTok, and a couple of lads I saw wanted to jump in on the chat as co-hosts. So I let them in and I said, yeah, we're talking politics. We're talking about Trump. What do you think about Trump? These were two young guys from north of England. One was from Newcastle. Can't remember where the other one was from. Oh, Gloucestershire, that was it. So not the north. And they both said, oh, we quite like Trump. And I said, go on, tell me why. And one of them goes, well, you know, I like him. I like the way he talks. And I like the way that, you know, he does what he says. And I know that it's hurts economics a bit because, yeah, we've had some problems trying to sell stuff because of the tariffs, but yeah, I quite like him. So I said, right, let me deal with first that bit about he does what he says. Certainly is an entertaining character because he's spent his life in the entertainment industry. He knows how to get attention, how to cut through. And he says he'll do lots of things, and he starts doing those things, but are they effective? I said, look at the tariffs, right? Tariffs on everyone. They're all going to come begging. They're all going to come kissing my ass. 90 deals in 90 days. And then he starts dropping them for everyone. And there are no deals coming through. But he focuses his attention on China. I'm going to get the world to isolate China, and I'm going to ramp up the tariffs on them, and they are going to come to the table. Ramps up the tariffs on them. They ramp up tariffs back. Do they come to the table? No. He claims they do. They say, no, we're not. And then so he starts saying that he's going to take those tariffs down. Right? So for all that bluster and show, for all that he's a man who will do what he say, he doesn't know what he's doing. He didn't achieve anything good from it. He just achieved a whole load of damage. So I then said to these guys, so he's a bit like a bull in a china shop, isn't he, really? They kind of agreed. And I said, yeah, and it's a big spectacle to watch, and maybe it's interesting to watch, but you know what? The China shop is America. And that's what's getting smashed up by the bull. So we may feel some of the tariffs here, but the people who are getting really hurt are so many different people in America when this big bull goes around kicking over teapots here, butting into a shelf of plates here, like he is just destroying the country. And you're starting to see that now in the economic figures. And, you know, it's 1 quarter of contraction. If there's another quarter of contraction, then you're going to be in a recession, aren't you? And when you're not getting the tourists coming in over the summer and everyone else is rewiring their trade away from you, and importantly, American consumers themselves see that things are bad, so start holding on to their own money as they should, then that is a major, major driver of American GDP that's just going to go away. So just to let you know, if you come across MAGA people and you want to argue with them, do not argue that Donald Trump is a bad man, look at his history, da-da-da. They don't care about that. But they still do care about their country, the economics of the country, the opportunities in the country, and damage being done to the US. And if you can use that, you know, borrow that bull in a china shop analogy, maybe that will help get the notion through to people that the irresponsibility, the sheer dumb, oxen-eyed irresponsibility is smashing up the country.
Yo, everything costs more and nobody can explain to me why without fucking lying. Gas is up, groceries up, insurance up, rent through the roof. They just tell us, oh, it's inflation. Like that just magically happens. They just tell us, you know what? You need to budget better. Budget for how? How do I budget better? You keep raising the prices. Let's just call it what it is. This isn't a cost of living crisis. This is a cost of existing crisis. Just because you survive, you gotta pay. And the people at the tippy top, they profit while you budget to buy eggs. The system wasn't made to support us. It was made to drain us. And it's working.
Over 65% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck today. Millions are spending money they don't have. Credit cards, cash advances. Hell, they're even skipping electric bills just to pay the fucking rent. If you're looking around wondering what's going on because the market's up, just remember, the stock market is not the economy. Credit card debt just hit $1.3 trillion. Delinquency, the highest since the end of the Great Recession. And everyone's emergency fund, well, those have been empty for a long fucking time. First comes the debt saturation. That's where most people are right now. Then comes the trigger, a layoff, a medical bill, a rent hike, something that forces someone to stop making payments. When enough people have hit that wall, the cascade begins. Layoffs accelerate, bankruptcies rise, and cars get repoed. That's when the cycle kicks in and doesn't stop. Less spending leads to more pain, which leads to less spending, which leads to even more pain. So if you're wondering how's the market booming while working families are drowning, the system is designed to float on struggling backs until they finally break them.
President Trump, our welfare system is fucking broken. It's beyond bent. It's fucking broke. And I hope and pray to God that the plan you implemented to cut down on welfare fraud happens quick. And I agree 150%. You got Sally suck me off over here, and you got deadbeat Dick drawing welfare, and they've been doing it for years, and they're able-bodied to work, but they don't because they want to make a fucking career out of it. But let's talk about the people who are trapped. I went down that rabbit hole. There are 15 states in America that pay $7.25 an hour as minimum wage. So even if you have Sally, who's got 2 to 3 kids, and truly wants to make a difference, how's she going to pay fucking daycare? Even if she gets 2 jobs at $7.25 an hour, there's no way that she can pay utilities, rent, and support her children on $7.25 an hour. Ain't gonna happen. And let's just say you're a healthy American, you're living the American dream, you're chugging along, you have a job, you're paying your bills, you're feeding your kids, and then boom, tragedy strikes. Unforeseen accident, or a terminal illness happens, and you have to go on Social Security disability. They can't live on that. Some of those people, every payday, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Every fucking payday. And they can't get food stamps. Or some of them only get approved for 20 a month. What the fuck they gonna do on 20 a month? So yeah, a lot of them feel trapped in a vicious fucking cycle. I don't know the answers, but I hope the hell you do. Because it needs an overhaul. Quick.
We're 2 months into this nightmare. The damage that this guy has already done to this country is overwhelming. I mean, it's just mind-boggling how bad it is. I can't think of not one good thing that he's done that helps any of us in this position. He's hired a bunch of complete buffoons to run our agencies. He's dismantling those agencies. All of those agencies were put in place to protect you, the American people. Those are not to serve the government. They're about you. And yes, we need them. Without them, corporations, foreign countries, everybody takes advantage of you, and we just get run the hell over. All of that stuff was put in there for our benefit. And if you want to make things more efficient, make things more efficient. You don't do that by slashing them in half, leaving people without Social Security, slashing veterans benefits. What the hell is wrong with that guy? It's a complete and utter fucking disaster up there, and it's only getting worse. You guys think it's bad now. This economy is in free fall. Businesses have stopped hiring. They're laying people off. The stock market is crashing. The dollar is under threat. You imagine how bad it would get if the US dollar lost its dominance as the primary currency for trade? Real bad. You would feel that shit at home, guys. Shit is bad. It's getting worse, and nothing he's doing is good. Somebody give me one good thing he's doing that's actually true. They got this doji guy talking about saving money, but using lies to pitch it to everybody. It's complete nonsense. I hope you guys are out there making some noise. I hope you're on the street. And if you're not, you better get out there. There are a lot of protests coming up. There's a big one on the 5th of April. I know there's several in my area that we're getting involved in. There's some townhomes. I plan on attending and making some damn noise. The only thing that saves us is millions of us on the street, period. We can't wait for the next election. I think you guys understand that. It's too far away. We can't expect the institutions that were put in place to protect us because they've already fucking failed. We can't expect the Democrats that are in charge right now to save the day because there's only a handful of them that have any damn balls to do anything. It's up to us. We have to be on the street making more noise than this administration and our congressional leaders can ignore. That's how we change this. So get to it. And don't forget about your own personal finances. I bet none of you are planning big vacations or big purchases. You know why? Because you're all anxious. Everybody is hoarding their money. When people don't spend, it's bad. 70% of our economy is driven by the consumer. We stop spending money, the economy suffers. I sure as hell am not going to go spend no damn money. I'm hoarding myself. Everybody's hoarding.
Welcome back. Black people have been sounding alarms each and every time about this system, the American system, the system that we or the white people thought it is privileged to them, the system that they thought it is playing their card alone. So they never knew a day like this will come. And even personally, I never knew a day like this will come when I'll be scrolling on my social media and seeing white people crying and seeing white people talking about the economy. We all think that white people are okay because, one, of the colonization, two, because of the slavery. They did everything they did, and we all thought that they are okay with everything. Okay, so seeing this to me is like I'm shocked. Coming from Africa, we all knew that white people are the big deal. White people are the real deal. Coming from a black person, as a kid, and as how our community carried black or white people and carried black people. Okay, so I never knew I will live to see a day like this. I will never knew I will come to see a day where white people are literally shedding tears because of the economy. So black people have been saying this since back then. Okay, we have been saying it since the civil rights, that the system is broken. Capitalism in America is built on exploitation. We have been saying about trickle-down economics doesn't work. And what did they say? They say that black guys, stop complaining, just work harder, read harder, don't be lazy. They said put yourself on your what? On your bootstraps. You know, they said pull yourself up by your bootstraps, work harder. But we didn't have boots. Okay, remember this. We didn't have those boots that we should pull out or we should pull up. So we complained, they dismissed it, and then right now they are complaining. So as black people, we told them that the minimum wage was not a living wage. We told them student loans will trap working people for life. We told them about the wealth gap between us. We told them about everything that it's literally eating black people. But they said what? They said black people, or black Americans to be precise, they are playing victim. That we are playing victim and we are lazy. I know what I'm talking about right now. A lot of black people, they know about these things. But I've just played the videos of white people complaining about the economy, and I'm just connecting the dots between what black people are saying and right now. And this message must be home because I want black people to stop belittling themselves, because we are like, we see far, we see miles away, and we are far ahead of each and every community, we as black people. Okay, so I see right now on TikTok white people crying, white people shedding tears. Everything is expensive. They are saying that I can't feed my family, I can't feed even myself. I go hungry a day. But welcome to our world. Welcome to black people's world. This is our daily routine as black people. Africans, this is our daily routine. We skip some meals. We can feed families. Sometimes some of us, we can feed families. But we keep on going. We have been complaining. We have been protesting. This is our world as black people. And we tried to tell you all that this is happening, but you are like, the privilege, the color, my color does not allow me to skip a meal. My color does not allow me to have low wage or to live paycheck to paycheck. You have seen the videos. Some of them are saying that white people, white Americans, they are living paycheck to paycheck. They are literally surviving. Okay? And let me tell you why this is hitting Americans so hard right now. For decades, they had cautions. You know, grandpa bought a house for like $15,000. Now it's worth $500,000. They got free land. Some of them, they stole the land. They got GI bills. They got low interest loans, you know. They got job because of whiteness, while black folks were shut down or were shut out. But now the economy is flipping on them. As I've said, now the housing is worth more, you know. Rent is high, groceries is high, jobs is trash pay. So it's affecting them right now. The homelessness hitting them right now. I have seen a lot of white people are homeless, but they can't show this on TVs because they don't want to know the state of how they are. And you know what I'm seeing again? White people or white folks don't know how to survive in this mess because they never had to. They don't know how to survive in this current situation that they are going through because they were not exposed to this kind of situation back then. That's why you are seeing them regretting. That's why you are seeing them crying. But black people, when you skip a meal, you are okay because you have been doing this for long. Okay? So go online, you will see it. White women crying that they can't buy food. White men working 3 jobs and still they are broke. You know? They knew, or that's new for them, but not for us. For black people, that is Tuesday. You know what I mean. That is Tuesday for black people. And we have been surviving like this. So, this is what happens when you ignore the people who have been in the storm before you. This is what happens when you ignore the people who started earlier. They know this road, they pass this road, and you just go on ignoring them. That's what you get. And here is what they really don't want to face. This economy was never designed to work for black people. This economy that they are crying was never designed to work for any minority group. American wealth was built from us. American wealth was built on us. Slavery, Jim Crow, we call what? Sharecropping, prison labor. While they were getting rich, we were getting robbed. While they were getting rich, we were being slaved. So it was meant for us. It was not meant for us, the economy, or this economy was meant what? For black people, not for them. So while they were building suburbs, we were fighting for drinking, just to drink water. Okay? So when we say the economy is a scam, they laughed at us because they are not experiencing it. We were not bitter. We were just early. Now the whole house is on fire right now. The whole of America is on fire. They are standing there confused. I always tell my fellow white people, for example, middle class white people, working class white people, and poor white people, that you and black people are just the same because they are using us. They are using you. They are using black people. They are using Latinos. And they are using you to fight your fellow black people. Because right now, when you are crying, black people could just support you. But because you bought the narrative of American dream, you bought the narrative of the rich white Americans now, we can't help out. We're just sitting down, relaxing, and seeing what's unfolding. Unfortunately, black people right now have gone silent. We are not ready for the bait. We are not ready to go to the street. We are not fighting the battles that does not favor us anymore. That's what is happening. Okay? And now, I'll say this. Right now, I've seen videos now. They want unity. Now, I'm hearing. Now, I'm understanding. And talking things like, let's stop the rest stuff. You know, we are all struggling now. And now we are all together. But when we, as black people, are struggling alone, they were happy. They were saying we are complaining too much. You know, where was that energy when we needed it? When we were fighting for fair housing, when we were fighting for health care, when we were fighting for police reform, where was that energy that you are using right now to cry? This energy that you are channeling right now to say that we are together, you could use this energy to support black people. You know? So, I will say this. We are not the same. We have been surviving America's worst for centuries. And they are new to the struggle. We are built for the struggle. They were not panicking. They are panicking right now because it's first time to face this. And the bad thing is that black people have stayed silent. They have used to use black people for the fights, you know? Yeah, they have used to use black people for the fight. So here's the thing. Black people, we just don't survive. We adapt. We build. We hustle, we flip nothing into something. We took scraps and made soul food. We took old clothes and made fashion. So we are always creative. And that's why when we go silent, there's at least a little fear. And the one thing that I'm saying that the reason why they don't love black people, because a lot of people have been asking this question, is because black people can survive anything. Black people can create anything from anywhere. Even if the struggle is so hard, we can just dilly-dally in between and come up with something. So what is next? It is simple. If you think that black people are right, what is you should do right now as white people? Don't cry. Just join the army, Let's fight the battle. Join us, but let us lead as black people, because we know the way. This issue of you wanting to center yourself in every fight, leave it, because that's what is happening right now. You want to center yourself and you are ruining everything. So I think I have done my part on this commentary. I'm waiting for your comments, because I want to see down there. Tell me in the comment section what you think about this video. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Until next episode, peace out.